I think that I am recognizing that just through, just through, I guess, through this type of multimedia practice work of just releasing all of this like inner self dialogue through a recording device, and then I get to kind of hear myself and enter into that field of consciousness, enter into that field of like vibrational prayer, but just through just me hearing myself, in that really deep, vulnerable prayer state, where I'm really, 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 really digging and, really digging into prayer, digging into everything, every ounce of me. Just to connect with this visualization, this thing that I really so desperately want to manifest. I want to see my brother again. I want to see my brother again. It's like I always thought that I'd be able to see my brother. I always kind of assumed that I would never get to see my brother Abraham or my brother Ben, but I always took it for granted that I'd always get to see my brother Ralph. And now he's the brother that I don't know where he is, and I really do fear that I will never see him again. What do you do with that, It's like, it's hard to catch everyone up on the things that me and Ralph have endured together, and the things that we have been have gone through. It's a very unique set of storylines, and we have never left each other's side. Not one time. It's been me and Ralph through and through. Through all the times Mom left Dad. Through all the times through New Orleans. When Dad came and got us, it was me and Ralph. It was always me and Ralph. I really, really took it for granted, even in my whole hard life, that I would at least know where my brother was. I got used to the fact that he never wanted to talk, or, but the fact that I don't know his location is just something that is beyond this like immeasurable suffering that, at the end of all my days in terms of parts work, and all the ends of my days in terms of, complicated, story, and, as I process my overwhelm on a daily, through practice, through prayer, through all of my support teams, I have to recognize, in my home, at the end of the day, when I hang my hat and I put my pajamas on. And get ready to go to sleep. Lay down on my pillow. That I have my brother Ralph. And he is missing from my life. And it's been a while now. And I have to wake up every morning and I have to go to sleep every night. Knowing that, knowing everything that we have endured and gone through and having to live without knowing where my brother is, it's this immeasurable suffering, truly. Forever is a really long time, and it starts to weigh heavy, and I begin to put this into more of a focus into prayer, into practice, into more of a greater support, because I really need my brother. And in the meantime, I need support, of my community, and I just need everyone to know that, if you have a missing sibling, I feel you. Or if you have a brother or sister who you're not talking to, I feel you. If you, have some type of family trauma or family, problems, I feel you. And, I really use prayer work, breath work, my creative practice work. And, the things that my upbringing have taught me to get through things like this and to rise, and this may be one of my biggest challenges, other than, words and communication and finding the courage to speak without fear of being sent away, or I have a fear of being imprisoned, or accused of a crime, based on my origin story, because as I was born an embryo on the run. I was born into a name that was not mine. I was born into an alias. We had an alias name, and then I got away from the alias name, and then I got back to our original family name. It's a whole very, very lifetime original movie narrative with a Taino swing to it, because my father is Taino, and I was brought up in a very Taino way, and it has made me and the shape of me very interesting, and I'm grateful for it, because I'm using it now just to get through this very, very hard and challenging occasions when I really truly do miss my brother, and it's hard to have missing siblings. There's a hole there, and it's weird, and you don't feel it, but over time there's a weight, and it gets heavier and heavier, and it affects you in one way or the other, maybe in your relationships, or in your work, or just in your inner, so I use prayer, I use my upbringing, I learned how to pray and how to believe in God and have faith. Hallelujah. to believe in immeasurable things, and that, there are allies through prayer and through creative practice. And I've just been developing it over the years, as well as, realizing that, we are self-learners and self-taught. We are, I'm self-made. Grateful for that. My dad taught me to be self-made.